Here's what it was really like to move with my dog from London to New York City. The morning started off early in Paris. Ollie was getting one more walk in. We were flying through Paris so that I could keep him in the cabin with me. And I actually splurged on this small airline that only has business class seats so that we could both be comfortable because I was so stressed about this. The airport was definitely the hardest part because there was just so much stimulation here, and Ollie's reactive to other dogs, which is just like a recipe for disaster. I wouldn't travel with him for fun, but this was to move. Luckily, the lounge had this outdoor space that we were able to hang out in before we boarded the flight. I am going to butcher the name of this airline, but it was something like La Compagnie, and here were the seats that were all business class. It was about €1,500 one way, which again I splurged on for my mental sanity. I did ask the flight attendant if I was able to hold him on my lap while people were boarding, but then he had to go in his carrier for takeoff. We had practiced getting Ollie in the carrier so much before we traveled, and I will say he wasn't that great at it. He was definitely barking a little bit, so they let him actually sit on my lap, but they weren't thrilled about that. So at this point I was definitely stressing, and I was doing just anything I could to make the time pass by. I played with my little amenity kit, which was so cute. I tried to watch a movie. Honestly, I was just staring at the screens in front of me the whole time, counting down the minutes till this flight was over. I was too anxious to even eat anything, even though the food looked amazing on this flight. I want to fly this airline again just to try the food. I did actually try this leek tart that they were serving as a snack before landing because at that point I felt like I was going to pass out from hunger. We were both so exhausted at this point that Ollie was so much better in the carrier for the last 30 minutes of this flight, and I have never been happier to touch the ground. When we landed, we had to do the whole customs process where they check his paperwork, they checked my bags, which was like 30 minutes, and then we were off to New York City.